Weekly advisor movements 1 October 2020. We are starting to see the impacts of the first bowler from AMP, the first bowler negotiations. So 10 advisors within this 108 left the industry. A further 10 actually left Lonsdale. IFF owns Lonsdale. That was Boyce Chartered Accountants. So 10 advisors ceasing operating there. We are waiting to hear back from Boyce to see if they will be re-entering under another license. So stay tuned. But at this stage, that's 108 advisors leaving this week. So quite substantial, and we'll start to see these sorts of numbers in coming weeks with the bowler impact from AMP. Switch licenses, 21 advisors switch licensees this month, and we didn't have any joins. A shout out to a couple of the switches. So James Harris, I'm in James Harris's hometown of Gisborne, going from AMP to Cobalt Advisors. So about 50 minutes up the freeway there, northwest. I'm in Gisborne Golf Club, actually, a kangaroo sanctuary here. So you can play golf with the kangaroos. Paul Hayes, Godfrey Pembroke to Century Group, and Jane Hanley, Australian Unity, setting up her license, Arete Life Solutions, so setting up her license with Carla Cosgrove. Top gains, Century Group up 2, and the rest up 2 for the week. So GPS Wealth, Cobalt Advisors, started last year with Canal Canary and Benjamin Collins. So they're now sitting at 12 advisors, have actually brought on 7 advisors since the onset of the pandemic. 2 advisors from Australian Financial Planning Group, Stonehouse and Arete Life Solutions, as I mentioned before. So Carla and Jane, congratulations on the new license. Top losses for the week. So across the board, really, AMP, 10 advisors, 17 advisors, 10 of those actually left the industry and 7 switched licenses. Lonsdale, again, losing that large chartered accounting practice in Boyce. Patterson's, or now Canaccord Genuity, 10 advisors. Count Financial, 9 overall, down at 245 now. RI Advice, IFF owned RI Advice, previously ANZ, 6 advisors, and ANZ itself, a further 5 advisors, no doubt moving to private banking. So the trajectory, I thought I'd put this slide back in there after its absence for a few months. Where are we tracking? Well, we're still tracking at our forecast number of 20,589. We did forecast about 43 advisors per week leaving the industry. That stagnated to about 35, I guess, with the pickup in the next few months with the IFF transaction and with AMP's bowler. I think we will start to hit that 20,589, and then we'll start to see an acceleration into 2021 with the impact of the exam coming through, advisors having that extra year and potentially procrastinating, or those that who are looking to stay in the industry for a further extra year won't make that decision until 2021 about leaving, and also the impact around CPD and the requirements there. So we'll wait to see how right we are here. I'd like to think that this number will increase and that we're wrong. So we'll see the impacts here. Quote of the week. This one goes to Frank Calamago. You may have been reading in the AFR recently and across the media about Vanguard's push out of white label sort of products in terms of white labeling their ETFs. So, you know, this goes to their overall strategy around lowering the costs and competing with superannuation funds. So Frank says, we will push hard into the strategy of improving outcomes for individual investors, whether that is through a direct relationship or financial intermediary, typically a like-minded advisor. So it'll be interesting to see how Vanguard tackles the $2.9 trillion superannuation space head on with the the likes of the industry and the retail funds. I think this is a bold move. Obviously, BlackRock are skipping around the edges to fill those institutional mandates. We'll wait to see what outcomes of Vanguard's strategy will eventuate in terms of, I guess, taking market share from the industry and retail funds. So that's it for the week. Please join me again next week.